If there's one thing that Arizona is known for, it's the extreme heat. Anthony Totri is in the Cronkite News Media Center with a look at how the state's youth athletes do their best to keep cool. Anthony?
That's right, Mackenzie. There were 182 heat-related deaths reported in Maricopa County in 2018. And although the majority were adults, Arizona's extreme temperatures consistently affect youth athletes. I've found out the lengths some trainers are going to prevent the worst-case scenario.
Most at-risk populations are certainly children and the elderly, and then people with other medical issues as well.
High school and youth sports are in the midst of their seasons, but with the temperatures outside sometimes reaching deadly conditions, there are a number of ways to prepare for the Arizona heat.
And go!
Saguaro High School's head athletic trainer Nikki May takes air and surface temperature readings hours before each practice. The football field is equipped with water cannons. May said the cannons can drop the temperature of the turf by 60 degrees.
We make modifications to our practice gear depending on what the weather's looking like outside. So we either change practice times, or we take gear off, or we don't condition in our pads, things like that.
Sweet Feet Training, which trains young athletes in the valley, puts hydration at the center of their practices.
And making sure they're hydrated every single day, you know what I mean? Just to be preparing themselves to get in that habit, to take on the season full-fledged and be the best athlete that they can be.
With temperatures in Arizona sometimes reaching 115 degrees, hydration is obviously important. But how much water is enough? Well, that's not going to cut it. Professionals recommend at least 1 gallon 2 to 3 days before practice just to be safe.
I recommend that if you don't have an athletic trainer, that you weigh in and you weigh out of practice. And every pound of body weight that you lose, you have 2 to 3 hours to consume 24 fluid ounces for every pound.
While athletes should focus on hydrating well before a practice, coaches like Franklin feel responsible for putting kids in the safest situation possible.
The safety of our athletes is everything. All the training that goes into this is so that these players can perform at their best level on game day. So making sure that the kids are training in safe environments is very, very important to us.
In the case of an athlete suffering from heat exhaustion, it's recommended to immediately cool his or her body temperature, and in the case of heat stroke, do the same while also placing a call to 911. In the media center, Anthony Totri, Cronkite News.